How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to our Cisco Enterprise series. In this video, we're going to continue our BGP best path selection section by taking a look at our next topic, which is going to be AS path. This is going to be one of the other major best path selection process options that you have that you're probably going to take the advantage of the most. So as you already know, there is an AS path list. So you have the originating AS, which is going to be, if you're looking at the AS path list, it's going to be the one furthest to the right, next to either the I or the question mark. And when you have that, the numbers to the left of that are going to be your list. Now, what's cool about this is you can affect the AS path list at any point inside of the AS path, which is nice. So if you want to affect it from the beginning, the middle, or the end, you can affect it wherever you like. And all you're doing is you are stamping on artificial additional AS hops to make the AS path list longer. So it is a way to affect AS path. So the shorter, the better. That's the main thing. So if you have two different ways to go, and say one path is one AS hop longer than the other, you can make the one that's shorter 2 AS hops longer than the one that on the other one, and so therefore the one that wasn't preferred now becomes the preferred. And we're going to demo exactly this. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. We're going to go ahead and take a look at how this configuration looks. So if we look at router 26 and we do a show BGP IPv4 unicast, we can see for quad 8 right here, we're learning that through 42 and through 60. So what I'm going to do, and right now the destination, the path that's being taken is going to be, that's quad 8. So we're taking, we're going directly to 26 in this particular path. So what I'm going to go do, so we hit 33, then we hit 20, sorry, yeah, we're hitting 26, then we're hitting 42, then we're hitting 62. What I'm going to do is on this path here, on this peering, I'm going to go ahead and add an additional AS hop, typically you're going to do it in chunks of 3. That's like the de facto standard to what we're going to do. And what that's going to do is it's going to make this path here, we could either do three additional 3s like this. We could do 3 additional 101s. There's a bunch of different ways we can do it. I'm going to do this on 62 towards XR42 to make the path via 62, or I'm sorry, via 60, the better path. So the path that we're taking right here, where we're going 26 to 42 to 62 to quad 8, we're eventually going to take it via 60 because the AS path on XR42 will be longer than the path via 60. So let's go ahead and knock that out. So on 62, on 62, I'm going to go to global config, and I'm going to do the do show run section BGP. And right now I don't have anything really going on in terms of configuration, so I'm going to need to create a route dash map of RM BGP AS path prepend permit 10, and I'm going to set the AS path prepend, and we're going to do the AS number. I'm going to go ahead and set 333. Actually, I'll just do 2 because as far as I know, you do 2 here, it'll add 3 to it, so it'll be 3 3s. So we're going to do that, and so you can do this as many times as you want, pretty much, right? Right, so we can add this as many times as we want. I'll do it 3 times and do that. So then I'm going to do show run section BGP, and then for that 62 peering, then address family IPv4 neighbor of 13.42.62.42. We're going to go ahead and specify a route map of route map BGP AS path prepend, and we're going to set that outbound because this is going to be affecting inbound traffic. So we're going to set that outbound, and I'm going to do show IP BGP, and I'm going to do clear IP BGP star soft. And then what we should see on 42 side, show BGP IPv4 unicast, what you're going to see is everything that's coming from 62, we can see that the AS path has been prepended. So I've got 4 threes. So there's that. Now if I go to 26, and I do show IP BGP unicast, you'll notice that it only affects 42, right? This is one thing that I want you guys to be aware of, is it's a transitive attribute that comes into play when it's a well-known transitive attribute, but it only goes so far, right? So we look at 26 doesn't see it, right? Even if I was, I look at this, I see it's going to be a 60 now, right? So this is one of those situations where you can configure it on 62 to affect it outbound. It doesn't show up here, right? It only affects 42. We can see a bunch of 3s coming through, right? So now if I was to go to PC69 and do a trace route to quad 8, the path that I'm going to take, based off AS path prepending, is going to be 26 to 27 to 60 to 62 to 8. So based off the AS path prepending, that's essentially where we're going to go with that. Now, what I can do, if I wanted to be more specific, I could specify here quad 8 with the Google, so prefix list with going from that. And I'm going to demo that on 62 real quick. So we'll take a look at exactly what that would look like. So if I do show run pipe section route dash map, I do have a way of doing a mapping for that. So I'll create a IP prefix list PL Google permit 8.8.8.8/32, and then do show run section route dash map. I'm going to grab this line right here, and I'll say match IP address and prefix list PL Google, and then I'll do clear IP BGP star soft, and then 42, if I hit the up arrow again, we should only see it affecting quad 8 here, and we should go be a 62. .62 is a shorter path. If I go to 26, right, quad 8 is telling us to go be a 60, right? So we went from everything having, on 42, instead of having everything being prepended 3 times, we only did quad 8. And so the output's going to be the same as here. So we'll run this again. Same thing, right? All we did is but if I wanted to go trace route 3.1.44.1, that should go out locally to 33. It should hit router 62, which it does, and hop 7 right here. And then it goes directly to internet server 1. So just by doing some basic manipulation in the BGP process, that's what we effectively get. So doing AS path prepending has basically the same effect. So now you can do this with like AS path AS lists, and as you can see here, we're already manipulating this pretty far. Now if I looked at router 33 and I show IP BGP, you'll notice that I don't get the additional AS hops, right? So there's no additional AS hops. It's only on the receiving router, right? A transitive attribute is a transitive attribute because it's able to propagate multiple AS hops, where we have to basically send it. So it's a well-known transitive attribute is AS path, but doing an AS path prepend is only going to affect the directly peered BGP speaker. Now, if we wanted to continue that, we would have to go through and do additional AS, continue that process. We'd have to go in here and do AS paths out, so on and so forth. It's just, it doesn't scale very well. So, just some things to keep in the back of your mind. With that being said, that is how you would do AS path prepends and go from there. So, fairly straightforward process. It's just one of those things I would definitely recommend you dive into. So, with that being said, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, drop that in the comment section below. If you haven't already done so, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next video.